Hey guys, it's Jenny with the Business of Wedding Photography. Today is the day in California when you can finally apply as a self-employed or gig worker to receive unemployment benefits. Now, first, I'm going to talk about what the program includes, what you can expect to receive. Second, I'm going to talk about how to apply, some questions you might have when applying as a self-employed individual. And third, I'm going to talk about some of the questions that I've been receiving this morning and that I've been seeing in my self-employed forums. Now, I've had a lot of text messages this morning from people that I love that have been trying to figure out this system, and it's confusing. So first off, it's confusing because when the bill was passed that self-employed individuals could apply, we all went online and applied, and we came back as $0 for the benefit because we did not have verifiable income from an employer from last year. Even if we had filed it on our taxes, we were not approved. Now, we spent the last 2 weeks waiting for the EDD to update their website. For several weeks we were being told that a new portal was being created and that we were going to need to apply using a new process for the self-employed. Now, they have changed that. They did not create a new portal. We are applying using the same unemployment insurance system, okay? So I'm gonna walk you through how to do that so that you know exactly where to go and how to apply. Now, next, the few things have changed. First off, the system was down this morning until 5:30 a.m. On their social media channels, the EDD stated that their system was down until 10 a.m. However, I successfully filed my claim at around 7 a.m. I received a confirmation number and it went through to their system. So make sure you receive a confirmation number when you're done. Make sure you save that page so that you can refer back to it because it will not show up in your portal yet. Now, first I'm going to talk about the unemployment benefits that they're offering for the self-employed. Now, these benefits can be backdated as early as February 2nd of 2020, as long as your business experienced interruptions, closures, a severe economic injury, moved events, things like that. As long as your business was impacted as early as February 2nd, you can claim backdated unemployment payments through February 2nd, okay? Make sure that you have supporting evidence for this, should you need it. Now, in terms of benefit and what you're receiving, there are 3 different tiers of payments that they're going to be issuing because as of March 29th, the CARES Act added in an extra $600 federal government payment, which is not typically present. Now, you're going to receive a minimum of $167 per week for weeks February 2nd through March 28th. Okay? That $167 has the potential to be increased up to $450. Now, what the EDD says that they're doing on their websites is that they are approving claims from self-certifying people who are self-employed. So basically, you say you're self-employed, you self-certify for what your income is, you say what you made yourself, and they're approving them as quickly as possible for the minimum amount so they can issue your payments as fast as possible. Now, after that initial application has been approved, they will then go through, and if you qualify to receive more, up to $450 a week, depending on your income last year, then they will increase it and back pay it. So you're going to see that initial payment of $167 per week, and then they might back pay you a little more depending on your income. Now, that is for weeks February 2nd through March 28th. For the next set of weeks, March 29th through July 25th, you're going to receive that minimum payment of $167 plus the additional $600 from the federal government that was added in from the CARES Act. Now, that is from March 29th through July 25th. $167 plus $600 with the possibility of going up to $450 instead of $167. For the last chunk, July 26th through December 26th, we go back down to $167, okay? The CARES Act additional $600 is gone from those weeks. Okay, so if we are looking at let's say, for example, March 29th through April 25th, that's 4 weeks. If you're making $167 per week plus the extra $600 from the federal government, that equals $3,068 for that 4-week period. So just to give you kind of an idea of what sort of payment you might be looking at. All right, so how are they issuing these payments? The EDD issues payments through a Bank of America debit card. They fund them when you receive a payment, and they add funding to that card, and then you use the cards to either transfer money out or make payments. You can request a paper check, however, it always defaults to the Bank of America card. Now, if you have ever received unemployment benefits before, you need to have your old card. If you ever received paid family leave, if you received unemployment within the last 3 years, they're going to issue it to your previous card. So if you're like my husband and you had paid family leave when your family had a baby, and then you shredded the card and threw it away, you're going to have to get a new card. So getting a new card, you have to go through Bank of America to do that. I'll talk about that a little bit later. If it's your first time receiving benefits, you will receive that card in the mail. All right, so that goes over how much you're going to receive, when you're going to receive it. Now, if you currently have an EDD debit card, you've received payments previously, you can receive your payments as early as 2 business days from when you file. I'll believe it when I see it, though. Now, if you do not have a card, you're going to be waiting another 7 to 10 days to receive a card. However, the EDD has waived their normal application processing time. They're not taking all the time that they normally would to take your application, check everything thoroughly, require certain documentation from you. They are approving you as soon as they receive it, and they are trusting your self-certification. So do not lie, be honest. However, they are allowing you to self-certify for this program. Now, if you are someone who qualifies for a higher benefit amount per week, you're going to qualify for, let's say, $450 per week because you made more last year in 2019, then they may request additional documentation, probably in about a week when they have a chance to review your application. Now, documentation they're going to be looking for is going to be proof of income from 2019. So if you have your 2019 tax returns, you're going to be looking at your Schedule C. If you do not have your 2019 tax returns, you're going to be providing them your financial records for your business, okay? They're looking for your net earnings. That is your earnings, your takeaway pay after all of your expenses. So not your gross sales, but your net earnings is what they're looking at for your total income from 2019. Okay, so let's talk about how to apply. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through the application process. So here we are at edd.ca.gov. Now you're going to go to the top, you're going to click on claims. Okay, this gets a little bit confusing. So you're going to scroll down, okay, where it says unemployment insurance, you're going to click file a new UI claim. Again, you're going to scroll down. Again, you're going to scroll down. And where you see how to file a claim, you're going to click on online. Okay, next, you have to go to UI on. Next, you have to go to UI online. I don't want to edit that out. I'm going to go back. Okay, you guys, I'm going to show you how to file your claim. So first off, you're going to go to edd.ca.gov. At the top of the page, you're going to see claims. You're going to click on claims, and you are going to scroll down. Under unemployment insurance, you're going to click on file new UI claim. You're going to scroll down. Under how to file a claim, click on online. Next, you're going to have to create an account in UI Online. So you're going to click on this link right here, UI Online. Click on that link, okay? Scroll down. Log in or register for Benefits Program Online right here. Okay, so you're going to click on Benefit Programs Online. You are going to have to create an account. Now, access benefit programs online. Select log in or register. So you have to click it again. It's kind of confusing. It feels very repetitive. Okay, so now this takes us to the benefit programs online. Scroll down and you will either choose login or new registration. If you have already applied and were denied for your claim, or if you have previously received unemployment benefits, you will click on log in. You will enter in your email and go through the login process. If you have never filed a claim, you will click new registration. Okay, this is going to walk you through creating an account. Now, I already have an account, so I do not need to register again. If you do need to register, click here. It's a couple quick questions creating a login. Okay, after you've created your login, they will send you a confirmation email. You then can return to this page and log in. So I'm going to go ahead and log in right now. Now, once you're logged in and you've clicked on UI, now once you're logged in and you've clicked on UI Online, you're going to come down here, you're going to click File a New Claim. Right here, we have some specific instructions. Unemployment insurance and pandemic unemployment assistance claim filing instructions. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through filing a claim. So read all of this information. Okay, click I have read the above information and click Next. Did you work in another state or Canada in the last 18 months? No, I have not. Have you applied for unemployment insurance benefits in another state or Canada in the last 10 months? No. Did your employer, union, or non-union trade association give you one of the following claim forms? No. Did you serve in the U.S. military? No. Did you work for an agency of the federal government? No. Have you filed an unemployment insurance claim in California in the last 12 months? Yes, I have. I applied and I was denied. It doesn't ask, did I get benefits? It says, did you file? Okay, so yes, my answer is yes, I did file. Next. All right, Social Security number. You're going to go ahead and enter that in. You're going to answer the questions about your Social Security number, your date of birth, your gender, your application name, and then you're going to click Next. You will next be asked to share your driver's license information. Do you have a driver's license? Yes. Select the state, California, enter your driver's license number. Next, provide the filing date of any claims you have filed within the last 2 years. Did you file a claim in the last 2 years? Yes. Claim type, unemployment insurance. Claim month, I filed in March. Claim year, I filed in 2020. Next. Next, what is your mailing address? You're going to enter in your mailing address and you're going to enter in if that is the same as your residence and your phone number. Okay, next we're going to enter in, are you a citizen? Did you receive any education? Are you a veteran? Next, we're going to answer education. Are you a veteran? What race or ethnicity do you identify with? Do you have a disability? And your preferred languages. And click Next. Okay, most likely you're going to get some crashes on this site. We're going to see if we can go back to the page and get it loading properly. If you have continued issues, try to clear your cache and see if that helps, but most likely it is the website causing the problem. So next, employment history. Did you work for an employer in the last 18 months? Now there's some specific information right up here for the self-employed. Business owners, self-employed, independent contractors, or gig workers. If you had no employment wages, this is not self-employment wages, this is employment wages. An employer with an EIN listed you as an employee and reported it to taxes. If you did not receive a W-2 in the last 18 months and are applying for pandemic unemployment, click no. Okay, so if you are self-employed, click no. Save. Okay, did you work or provide services on or behalf of any educational institution? My answer is no. Okay, what type of work do you normally perform? Click on Add Work Type. Okay, once again, we're getting an error. That's because they have lots and lots of people trying to use this site. So we're going to click Try Again. Don't close your browser, just keep it open, click Try Again, and wait for it to try again. Okay, we're back up. All right, so work type. We're going to search for our work type. I'm a photographer, so I typed in photographer. Okay, I search. Okay, so it's coming up page not found instead of loading the information I was searching for to add my work type. So I have to click on Benefits Program Online. I have to click on UI Online. Return to UI Online. Continue with saved draft. Okay, did I help an educational institution? No. Click Next. I'm a photographer. Search. And we'll see if it kicks me off again. All right, photographer, I'm going to select it. I'm going to save. Okay, so I have successfully updated my work types and type of work that I can do alternatively. Is this the type of work that you perform? Is it seasonal? I'm writing no because I get bookings all throughout the year normally. Do you expect to return to work for a former employer? I'm going to say no because it is not, I'm not classified as an employee technically. Okay, so do you have a date to start work? No. Are you ready and willing to accept work? You have to type yes to be approved for unemployment benefits. This one is very important. Yes, you're ready to accept work. Are you currently self-employed? Do you have your own business or plan to become self-employed if you are impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic? Click no. Okay, so are you Okay, so down here you must type, are you ready and willing to accept work? Yes, you have to type yes for this to be approved for your um, unemployment benefits. You have to be ready to accept work. Okay, are you self-employed and have your own business? Yes, provide details about your self-employment. Okay, so I'm going to say wedding photography, all March, April, May, June weddings canceled. Okay. Are you willing to modify or abandon your self-employment to accept full-time work? I'm going to say yes because they want you to be ready and willing to accept any work that comes your way. Are you a member of a union? No, I am not. Next. Okay. Are you receiving or will you receive within the next 2 weeks pension, retirement? No. Are you receiving or do you expect to receive workers' compensation? No. Are you currently attending or have you a scheduled start date to attend school or training? No. Are you now or have you in the last 18 months been an officer of a corporation, a union? No. Did you serve as an elected public official or governor? No. Next. Okay, are you unemployed as a direct result of a recent disaster, COVID-19? Yes. Select the type of disaster, COVID-19. What is your annual income for calendar year 2019? If you're a business owner, self-employed, independent contractor, a gig worker, provide your net annual income. That is your take-home pay after your expenses. Now, if you have filed or prepared your 2019 taxes, you are going to use your net income from your 2019 Schedule C. You can also use your financial statement records for your business. So if you have an accountant, a bookkeeper, if you keep detailed financial records, you can use that income statement. However, you need to be a legal business to do this. Okay, so provide the date your business, employment, or self-employment was interrupted as a direct result of COVID-19. You cannot just claim February 2nd as the date that you went down because that's what they're allowing. You need to have demonstrable references as of why the date you choose is the date you choose. So either it's a date where you had an event that was canceled, you sent out contracts for postponements, you noticed and can show a big drop in revenue from new bookings because people stopped doing bookings at that point in time, or because you went into shelter in place. Okay, so select a date there. Now you may choose a date as early as February 2nd, and they will back pay you. Okay, select the option and I'm going to choose the date that I went into shelter in place. Okay, so select the option for how you were impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, you've been diagnosed? Nope. You have symptoms? A member of your household? Been taking care of your family? You quit your job? Your place of employment is closed. This is the one I'm going to select because technically my business is closed. I cannot go out and shoot weddings because I cannot leave my home and the weddings have been forced to be canceled. So my place of employment is closed as a direct result of COVID-19. This would be my choice. Okay, at the time of the disaster, where did I reside? And I'll choose where I was. In which county did I work? at the time of the disaster? Was your unemployment caused by your need to travel through a disaster county? So I'm going to say no, though technically it could be, but my unemployment was caused by weddings being forced to be canceled due to event gathering size restrictions, and due to shelter in place restrictions. Okay, select the option that best applies to you. Okay, I am an unemployed, self-employed individual. Okay, how many hours did you work per week prior to the disaster? I'm going to put in 40, though we know we all work a lot more. Explain briefly how the disaster affected your ability to continue or begin your self-employment. Here I'm going to type exactly what I already described. For me specifically, weddings were banned, gatherings of people were banned, and people were put into shelter in place. So I would go ahead and describe all of that there, and also describe that I'm a wedding photographer with an events business, and all of my events for March, April, May, June were canceled. Okay, so what is the physical address of your business? You're going to type that in. Okay, you're going to certify down here, and then you're going to click next. I'm not going to click through because I have already filed my claim and I don't want to file another one. So you're going to go ahead and click through. That is going to bring you to a page that it will give you a confirmation number, and you need to save that for your records. Okay, so once you have turned in your application, typically you're required to certify every 2 weeks through the EDD website, via mail, or via phone that you are still unemployed and that you are looking for work actively. Now, because of the pandemic unemployment updates, the EDD has changed this a little bit. They are having issues with their website, as we all know, and they are not requiring you to certify for the dates of March 14th through May 9th. So if you are on the lookout for your self-certification paperwork in the mail, you're looking for the papers where you write, yes, I'm still unemployed, yes, I'm looking for work, and then you send it back in, you might not see those. It's okay. They're excusing everyone from self-certifying to re-establish benefits for the dates of March 14th through May 9th. Okay? You do, however, need to notify them that if you do receive a payment, if you do work, or if you receive a deposit for work that you will do in the future. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to answer some of the questions that I have been receiving. The first question is, if I already filed a claim and it was denied, do I need to file a new claim? The answer is yes. On the EDD website, under their Pandemic Unemployment Frequently Asked Questions, they state that you need to file a new claim. So you will go online to Unemployment Online and you will file a new claim. Redo it all the way over again. Now, I don't see the claim in my portal. Did it work? Okay, if you saw your confirmation number after you finished applying and you saved that, it went through. You will not see your new claim immediately show up in your login on UI Online, Unemployment Insurance Online. In their online portal, it will not show up immediately. You will most likely see your old uninsurance claim, if you filed one, that was denied. Now, your uninsurance portal claim will be uploaded into your portal as they process your paperwork and as they start to enter your information in and your eligibility to receive payments. So it will be updated in a few days. When I applied the first time around, my claim did not show in my portal for 7 to 10 days. So that will not show there. You're on the right track. All right, so what if I received a payment? Okay, so if you are self-employed, you might be in a business where you're receiving deposits, non-refundable retainers, or small jobs, things like that. However, your overall income is still affected. Now, the EDD says that if you have experienced a significant drop in your employment, but you are still receiving a little bit of income, you are affected by the pandemic. Okay, so you are still encouraged to apply and be honest about when you are receiving payments and what amount they're in. It may decrease your benefit that you receive 1 week, however, you are still unable to work for the remainder of those weeks. So still apply, still self-certify, and still explain when you do receive payment so that it's accurate. All right, what if my occupation isn't shown? Okay, if your occupation isn't shown, you're going to choose the closest option available to you. There is a box later on where you describe exactly how your job has been affected. So add in any additional notes that you need to about your job in that space where you are able to give a better description. Okay, do I need to post my resume and look for jobs? Now at the end of the application process, it will say your application has been filed, here's your receipt number, and then it'll say make sure you go on to CalJobs and upload your resume. Now, one of the things that has changed with the EDD, with their pandemic unemployment during this time, is that you are not required to look for work. They state this on their website. This is a new update that was posted about 2 days ago. You're not required to look for work because places aren't hiring and we physically can't go. We aren't replacing our jobs. Our jobs have been forced to close temporarily. So it says that you need to do that at the end. If you have a resume ready to go, I would go over and I would post it anyway just to cover all of your bases. However, I have had individuals who have successfully gone through, received benefits for regular unemployment insurance claims that do not have a resume uploaded because nobody is hiring and we are inhibited from performing our own jobs. We didn't lose our job. Our jobs are forced to be temporarily closed. So do it if you can to cover your bases. If they want it there, they will ask you for it. But I'm not planning on uploading mine. All right, let's see, next question. What do I enter for the last date worked? Okay, if your business was affected as early as February 2nd, then you can post that. However, if you're actively receiving all of your contracted payments up until that point of time and you were not forced to close, you did not receive a massive drop in any of your business income, then you will do it according to when your business suffered that economic injury. Now for me personally, I listed my date that I had to go into shelter in place with my county, which was March 12th. So I put in the date that I had to shelter in place based on when events started being canceled, when I was no longer able to travel to a different county, when I noticed that someone was going to reschedule their wedding and they needed a new contract, something that I can prove. So choose a date that is accurate to when you can prove that you had a lowered amount of business income, you had to cancel a payment, you could not go out for a job. So choose a date relevant to that so that you can follow up with supporting documentation if asked. All right. Special link. So we were told there was going to be a special link. There's going to be a portal. Wait patiently for 2 weeks while we create this special unemployment self-employed portal. It does not exist, you guys. They say on their website, on their pandemic unemployment insurance FAQ, they say file a regular UI claim. So they changed that very recently. It was about 2 days ago they put that up there. So you are filing a regular claim. Even if you have already filed one 2 or 3 weeks ago, today is the day when you file it. Okay guys, I hope that was helpful. It's confusing. It's frustrating. Hopefully things will work out today. Hopefully the website doesn't crash any more than it already has. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Did you apply? Was it successful? Do you have any more questions? What are you struggling with right now? So let me know. Thanks for watching.